Hello, Jenny's made a drink.
Inspired by Samantha Monorail.
That's right. As we are 2/3 now into our live stream trifecta this evening. Thanks so much for checking out Dillo's Diz here on our YouTube channel. She is Jen.
Right? Hello.
And I am Frank, and we have gathered here for a live edition of a little something we like to call... What's going on with your microphone there?
I was like, keep going. I was trying to
just see that.
Falling. That's what I'm looking at. What's it doing?
It's like your arm fell asleep. Like, look at my arm. It's good. It's an auspicious start to the old series
We're like doing to call. Great so far.
This is what we call
What's in the attic. In the attic.
Wow. Hashtag Dillo's Madness. Get the t-shirt over on our T Public store right there. Hashtag Dillo's Madness. This is it in its purest form right here. Hashtag Dillo's Madness. Now, our What's in the Attic series. We have been doing this since August of 2020. Remember August of 2020? Not really.
No.
But we started a little series back then. Jen had found a box in Mama and Papa Dillo's house that was filled with Disney's goodness. And we pulled things out of the box for a really long time. Sometimes we're at Mama and Papa Dillo's for episodes. And now, the last episode we did, we pulled the box that is underneath my desk out. It is it was also in Mama and Papa Dillo's attic for a while. It has my belongings basically, as pretty much I've laid claim to all of this stuff.
Some of your belongings.
I mean, when you wait till Dillo's Diz Museum opens up, I'm telling you,
it's gonna be good.
Gold, I tell you. So
hello, Jeffers. By the way, if we tell you the final four, that would ruin the whole show for you. So you probably just have to catch the replay.
You can watch it. But this box here, as I showed on that last episode, is back. It's an accordion kind of folder thing back when plastic was invented.
Right.
So
yeah, totally. Do you think you can find another one of those? Because I think our friend Nate Hardy wanted one.
Oh yeah, I'll just look one up.
Maybe on eBay or something.
I should say he sent something to my place of employment that I have yet to pick up. It's been like 2 months, and I feel a little guilty about that. Just before we're gonna pick 3 items for this because we have another live stream over on our Patreon page for guests staying at the balcony level, and we're on our way to do that. So if you're watching this like 3 years from now, it's March of 2021. Who knows if we made it that far? I don't know.
We don't know.
All right. So there's 2 things I want to point out here. So one is I have a high school report card in here.
Oh, let's see how you did.
It is a 30-year-old report card from June 21st, 1991.
Oh, so is that your senior year? No, June.
It's my junior year. It's the last semester, if you want to call it, or marking period.
Marking period, yeah. Is that a thing for everybody? Can we have a discussion about that? Are there marking periods for everyone, or is that just an us thing? I don't know. So
this is, keep in mind, mid-baseball season for me.
Right. All right. The excuses are starting.
Let's guess some of my grades here in the final marking period of my junior year of high school. Right? Yeah. English. Out of 100, it's every 5s. So you're going 65, 70, 75, 80, 85.
Was this with your favorite teacher?
It was not.
Oh, well, that deducts some points. Am I guessing, or are you going to say it?
Please guess.
Guess. 90.
Correct, 90. Social studies.
90.
That's an 80. I slept a lot in that class because I thought I was really tired by 1 o'clock.
Mr. History, do you know when this war was?
That is clear disappointment. That is teacher disappointment in his student for sleeping during the 4th marking period. It went 90, 90, 85, 80. So clearly, once Frank started playing baseball, the history teacher was not happy. Pre-calculus math.
85.
No, 70. And,
who are you, me? No, that's better than my math.
My math grades are so up and down. Like it went 85, 75, 85, 70. And again, that's I I think probably this class was first thing in the morning, not doing well. So computer math. Do you remember computer math?
No, I didn't have that. By the time I got to the school, they had done away with computer math. So I don't know what that is.
If only I paid attention in that class.
I don't think it would have helped you.
And an 80 in there. I'm not even going to go into it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not going to talk about any of my physics grades here, except the final marking period in physics, because I bombed physics the whole year. It scared the life out of me. This was an 80 because I did well in the Regents. Whatever the Regents was, he rounded up in the last marking period. It didn't matter what happened in the last marking period. You had to do well on the Regents.
Interesting. Regents, for those of you that don't know, is New York State testing, and it's the worst. And at one point, you had to graduate with a Regents degree. High school diploma. It's not even a degree. But by the time they got to me, they were like, no, you don't have to graduate with a Regents diploma, which is great because I failed a lot of my Regents exams. So that was good. But then I think they switched it back again. Anyway, go ahead.
What is computer math?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And if I had to try to recall it, I would say it was like what coding would be now, but you were basically like trying to learn DOS. I guess DOS. So is that right? So you would try, like, I have no idea. Anyway,
was that part of like business classes? Like, couldn't you at that point take electives that went towards like I did business electives in my senior year.
I didn't do any business electives though, as you can clearly tell, as we have a Patreon page. So anywho,
you're Dylan on our Patreon page. That's what you just did.
Patreon.com/Dillo's. We're gonna have a special offer for everyone in April.
Oh yeah, run. He didn't do computer math, so here we are.
Anyway, and then moving away from my grades here's a nice little drawing I did of Ariel. And
is that in senior year? What's the year on that?
Does it have it? No, it just has my little signature, chicken scratch signature.
Can I go back to your report card for a second though? What'd you get in gym that last marking period?
100.
I failed my last marking period of gym in my senior year.
I think I even did well my senior year in gym, and I didn't go anymore. So and I know you didn't.
Well, I think that's it. I never cut a class until senior year, and that's because they put me and my friends in with juniors in gym. We're not going to that, so we started cutting. Gym teacher never said anything to us. I think by the last marking period, he probably finally figured it out. I mean, I passed the year, but because if you don't pass gym, you don't graduate.
No, totally. All right, item number 1.
Okay.
From April 25th, 1988.
Oh.
Election year. It is Time magazine with Michael Eisner and Mickey Mouse on the cover.
Yeah.
Because Michael Eisner's magic has transformed Why is this mouse smiling? Because Michael Eisner's magic has transformed Disney into a $3 billion kingdom. Remember $3 billion? Those were the days. Let's see if I can pull down this article. A lot of people have feelings about Michael Eisner. What are your feelings on Michael Eisner?
I mean, I think anyone who's had feelings about Michael Eisner, they kind of went out the window when Chapek came along, because now, I think he's the new one to not really love on the block. I feel like watching one of the Imagineering stories. I don't think I ever knew enough about Eisner to like not like him, but then like to watch the Imagineering story, I was like, I kind of like him more, but
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
He did him in a pretty good light. And I think a lot of, when Papadillo would say cutbacks on our trips in the early 90s, a lot of that had to do with what was inevitably his downfall, which was Euro Disney, as it was back then, pre-Disneyland Paris. But, the man who pushed the studios forward is not going to get a bad word from me.
Right.
Basically, is how I feel about that. So, nice little article here about, the rise of Disney, especially, was corporately being headhunted in the 80s, and Eisner kind of took them out of that free fall and pulled the plane up. What's the phrase? By the nose, whatever you say there.
Yeah. Which I'm thankful for, because, how different would Disney be now if some random corporation came in and like swooped it up? It wouldn't feel the same.
Yeah.
wouldn't be the same.
I mean, they became a little corporate themselves after that. But,
Yes, of course. But at least it's its own type of corporate nonsense. It's not it's not Coca-Cola's, or something. I don't know.
All right. Second item in this box. Are you ready for the second item?
Yes.
This is now I get it. Okay. So this is a certificate from the Pioneer Hall Players.
Sure.
When I was selected
as picture
part of the finale of the Hoop-de-Doo musical review.
I'm going to try to find the picture.
I mean, a award for bravery above and beyond the call of duty. And we have a video of this, part of the video, I think, on our YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, maybe we'll post the link after the fact. For your assistance and help in making our pageant the biggest show ever since last night, we hereby declare you or honorary and ornery. Hey, they knew me very well. Ornery and honorary member of the Pioneer Hall Players. So let's get going on my resume from now on. With all rights and privileges thereof. And you can see that 6-Bit's signature is there, and then Dolly's signature is on the other side. A little fun fact, I don't know if I've actually shared this story, but we went with family friends to this particular performance, and it was 2 months before my 21st birthday, but yet the pitches of Bud Lights, the pitchers of beer were flowing, and so I had a little bit of a looseness, ready to go. And so my first appearance in that pageant, I was like amped up, obviously, like, here they go. Disney's going to hire me from this performance.
Right. This will be it.
And this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
And I went out and I promptly wiped out on the stage. And I skinned the HE double hockey sticks out of my knee. Pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think that's on camera, is it?
I don't. I purposely did not. It is on camera, but you do not see that on the YouTube channel.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe that will appear on the Patreon page sometime. But wiped out, and then what's on the YouTube channel is the end, where I am asked to do something, and I resort in a full-on breakdown.
Yes.
On stage.
Yeah.
Pioneer Hall.
Which now, and we probably thought about it then, thinking about it again, was very Willie Catch, from Citizens of Hollywood.
Yeah. Similarly, and maybe we'll drop this YouTube link in the feed as well. That there is a video of streetmosphere extraordinaire detective Willie Ketchum breaking down on Jen.
Yeah.
In the middle of, and that whole sequence is, I mean, it's masterful because it's a over exaggeration of emotions, and you just kind of commit to it and go and make it bigger and keep going. Like, it's I would call it the It's Tuesday exercise, where you just you grab onto something and you just pick an emotion and ride it all the way through. So I love that very well. And Dennis, the actor who plays Willie, he did the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire play it for years. He was like the main Regis, as it were, at that attraction, and really phenomenal in any role he did.
I love that video because I think that summer may have been the best tan I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
it's the only time like some of my Italian blood came through to give me a proper tan.
I never tanned. I feel like tanned throughout childhood, and then it flipped.
Correct. But you know what? You can get away with it more because you got the blue eyes. I got all the dark features. We're not gonna have you tan though. So you just look like a ghost all the time. It's fine.
All right, and then the last one, and I don't think. Can you hear me? All right, I just unplugged my ears. I don't think Steffers is here. That's okay.
Steffers.
But our friend Angela Dahlgren has been in Universal Studios all week. On Monday, we will be cross-examining her about her trip with the Dillos sibling reunion right here on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/DillosDiz. You're here already. Just make sure you like this video and share it with your friends. Hit the bell, the whole thing. Do all the things. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. That's a quote from a song, but Never mind. It's a longer story. So this is the world premiere from the Orlando Sentinel, basically, of Universal Studios.
Tombstone Josh would appreciate this. He's in the chat.
It's the calendar section of the Orlando Sentinel, June 1 through 7, 1990. So right upon the opening of Universal Studios, and our grandmother, who lived in Ocala, Florida, would often send me articles and updates from the Orlando Sentinel. And this is what we're looking at here. Got an OG map right there. It's Universal, everyone.
Nice.
So that's the minutes turn into hours of fun. Okay, we've been seeing a lot lately with Universal, just to remind everyone of the attractions. The ET Adventure, still there. Jaws, which I just saw an article. I wish I could source it right now, but an article about the 6 spots in Diagon Alley, because Diagon Alley is where Jaws was. But there's 6 references basically to Jaws in Diagon Alley that you can find. Confrontation, Earthquake, Ghostbusters, Alfred Hitchcock. Back then it was called the Phantom of the Opera horror makeup show. I'm glad Angela went to that, and I'm going to talk to her all about that, because that show is fantastic on every level. The animal actors stage with including Lassie and Mr. Ed. Hanna-Barbera. Listen, I think one day we got to do a whole Hanna-Barbera episode, because now that the
Hanna-Barbera.
it's just like a whole HBO Max thing happening now with the Flintstones episodes. The Jetsons are on there. Hanna-Barbera, I feel like that's not why it. Some Looney Tunes characters have been getting a little side eye lately.
Correct.
And there's some other cartoons from the past that have been put in the closet and locked away, so to speak. But Hanna-Barbera, Flintstones classic, Jetsons classic. Why they don't get the love? That Tom and Jerry cartoon just came out too. That that bombed, I think. But
right. I put on the Jetsons or the Flintstones, maybe just the Jetsons. I mean, it's really funny to watch it. I haven't watched, I haven't sat and watched a bunch of the episodes, so I don't know if maybe there's more to it that shouldn't be seen at this point. The misogyny of everything, that's there, but that's to be expected back then. But I haven't really done a deep dive into the episodes.
I mean, that's a fair point that I did not consider, but I'm trying to look at what else here. Got the Ghostbusters meet and greets over here. You can take that photo op in the Statue of Liberty Church, which I had forgotten about until now. For months, the billboards have teased us. King Kong has bared his teeth at us as we cruised home from work. Ghostbusters have hovered over the roadways. E.T. has watched our every move from his billboard perch. Let's talk about that for a second. I don't know if you remember. The Universal billboards were fantastic. Especially at opening, prior to opening. I feel like Disney had to up their billboard game because of Universal Studios.
Yeah, that's true, because you didn't really, prior to that, you never really drove around and saw these crazy billboards here and there. And then Disney was like, oh yeah, okay, we're just going to put up the Tower of Terror right here in the middle of the road. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to keep it here forever. It's surprising that Tower of Terror is still there.
Oh yeah. Right? It's that one especially. It's it is a complete, every time I'm like, what year is it? What happened?
I know. And how it has also stood through many hurricanes, but it's the dome around Disney, so that makes sense. But
that's true, Louis. That Wilma and Betty have always kind of got the, much like the Honeymooners, where they always kind of got the upper hand over the men in the end. That's true. There was a status reversal. I'm using all the other interactive theater terms tonight because that's how I am. Stars from A to Z will rise and shine at Universal. Lots of celebrity. You would expect the grand opening of a movie studio theme park to be star-studded, and you would be right. The thing is, these stars are going to have to get a good night's sleep Wednesday because Universal is expecting them to be at the park at 8 a.m. on Thursday.
8 a.m.?
At that time, such stars as Sylvester Stallone, Michael Jackson, Michael J. Fox, James Stewart, and Sissy Spacek will be given the red carpet treatment as they arrive at the park's Pantages Theater. So a little bit about the Hard Rock in here. 50-acre backlot designated with double duty. You know, a lot of that backlot is.
Were they already recording at Nickelodeon, like before the park opened?
I think a little bit before that. I think the soundstage is already operating, and probably even like that New York street area where the Blues Brothers show was doing stuff as well. They have a comparing studios here, Universal Studios versus the Disney MGM Studios. How much? Compare the cost of Universal Studios versus Disney MGM Studios. How much? I mean, in the millions. Pick a number in the millions. Disney MGM versus Universal.
Oh, geez, I have no idea.
Disney MGM Studios $400 million. Universal Studios $630 million.
Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, Universal was its own thing. You know, MGM was part of Disney World, whereas Universal kind of became its own thing, or it was its own thing.
Find out more on April 8th. Theme Park Rob on Theme Park Thursday.
God, Lord.
How much for 2 large pizzas at Little Caesars, by the way?
Oh, 2 large, like $5 for a twofer.
No way, $12.99. Little Caesar thought they were in the game a little bit more back then. Me thinks it's been $5 since 1995.
Orlando. Can't get good pizza in Orlando.
Good Universal shout out here with the calendar.
That was good. Zephyrs will love that.
Yeah. We'll maybe post some pictures on that for a Flashback Friday or something like that. All right. So this concludes the second of our 3 live streams on this Thursday, March the 25th, 2021. I almost said 2025, but I did not. So make sure you check us out over at the Patreon, patreon.com/DillosDiz, DillosDizResort.com right now. Get your balcony level subscription and check us out. I mean, maybe you didn't watch it in and of itself yet, so don't watch this one because you want to watch the movie instead. We're actually
literally
telling you not to watch us. Spoilers. There's so many spoilers.
We don't want spoilers for anyone.
Yeah. So that's where we're headed, 9 p.m. Eastern over on our Patreon page. And then we'll be back on Monday right here, youtube.com/DillosDiz, Monday, whatever that date happens to be. It's the 29th. The 29th of March, 8 p.m. Eastern for the Dillos sibling reunion with Angela Dahlgren.
All about her Universal trip.
All about the Universal trip. Speaking of Universal, it was a nice lead out right there.
There you go.
Until that time, she's Jen. I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
This is